Hey everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
Yeah, surprise.
Yes, so it is a brand new release for November 2020. It is on Netflix. It is a perfect Christmas movie, holiday movie to enjoy with your family, extremely family friendly. It is called Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. So, just dropped on Netflix, hot new release. Is it any good?
Yes it is. It's a very good movie.
It is a surprisingly good movie. I was very pleasantly surprised. I liked it almost immediately because Phylicia Rashad comes out of the shadows. But about 2 minutes later, I was completely sold because we were immediately swept into this fantastical, wonderful
storybook world.
That's right. So, this is a film written and directed by David E. Talbert. If you are a movie fan of his, you may know him from Baggage Claim, which is one of the first times that someone has written and directed his own novel. He did a few years ago now for Netflix, El Camino Christmas, which is so different from this.
Yes,
I have to say. It's like a Western shootout Christmas. Yeah. It's just that happens to be set on or around Christmas. Tim Allen is in it, Vincent D'Onofrio, Dax Shepard. It's an interesting watch. It's definitely a different take than, say, Almost Christmas, which he also did. That's the one with Danny Glover. We were just talking about how many Christmas movies Danny Glover's done lately. Almost Christmas is a pretty good one. Monique is in it, Gabrielle Union. It's got a really great cast, but it's a more traditional, a big family gets together for a holiday meal, that kind of thing. El Camino Christmas is really more of a gun lover's Christmas. Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Story, like we said, is a great one to watch with the whole family. And it has a different flavor than any Christmas movie you've seen before. It is an exuberant musical. It has so much energy going on. It's a lot of fun. So it reminded me immediately of Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, which is one of my favorite movies. I think a very underrated one that not many people talk about. It was reminding Sean right away of Willy Wonka, which, I mean, is also a very good comparison. And then inevitably can be compared to The Greatest Showman, which is also one of my favorite movies, because it has some really great music numbers with terrific choreography from the cast, but also like a great depth of backup dancers. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on. There's a lot of talented
townsfolk in this.
That's right.
Community.
It is, really admirable. So it is a fairy tale that you get swept into. The costumes are sort of reminiscent of olden days. It's a steampunk kind of look and feel. But it's not our olden days because there are lots of cool inventions that Jeronicus Jangle himself.
Jerry.
Yeah, don't you dare call him Jerry, John. It's Jeronicus. And like, if your name's Jeronicus, insist on the Jeronicus, I think. That's kind of a fabulous name, Jeronicus.
Yeah, don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
That's right. We're looking at you, mail lady. So David E. Talbert, of course, is an enormous talent. Most people know him as a crazy playwright. He has put out so many plays, I don't know, more than a dozen, I think. And he has done a musical. So he does have the background, and it shows. Like, his other movies may not have hinted that he had this talent, but if you know his work on the stage, that tells a different story. And you also know he writes books. So this guy has got creativity coming out of all of his holes. Barely can contain it. And I'm so glad that he turned it into a Christmas movie because what better excuse to pack so much joy per square inch? So it is about Jeronicus Jangle, who is like a toy inventor. And he's got like a little bit of magic to him, right?
Yep.
So we meet him on the day that's going to change his life. He's just had this great big breakthrough, And he is able to bring a toy to life. So it's actually like a little matador toy, Don Juan, voiced by Ricky Martin. And Ricky Martin actually turns up the accent quite a bit, so Sean didn't even recognize that it was him. Although he does sing, so you should be a little more...
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jeronicus is having the day of his life. So he's celebrating with his wife and his kids, and as Sean said, the entire town turns out to sing and dance along with him. Everyone is just immediately able to drop everything and get into this really happy occasion for him. And he should have wild fame and success for having invented this crazy new toy. But he's got a toy store called Jangle and Things that's already pretty cool, and that does remind me of the Wonder Emporium. Because he's got lots of gadgets and robots and stuff going around the store. There's a little bit of magic hanging around, so it's already a happy place. But Jeronicus and company are so busy celebrating, they have not calculated for, number one, this toy to be so autonomous and so independent that he does not want to be reproduced. He does not want to be one of many Don Juan toys. He wants to be the one and only. And he's already a bit of a schemer, so he kind of convinces the apprentice Gustafsson to steal not only him, but this big book of toy blueprints, all of the inventions, and make off with them.
And he does.
He sure does. So then we skip ahead in time, 28 Toy Maker of the Year awards later for Gustafsson, the toy thief. He's gotten away with it, guys. He is the Willy Wonka. But all of his toys are stolen from his old Jeronicus. So it's very sad. However, because it's a wonderful Christmas movie, Gustafsson has these great musical numbers too. And as an adult is played by Keegan-Michael Key.
Which is awesome.
It is super awesome. Unexpected, I think, this kind of role. Where did that come from? I don't know, but I'm so glad it did.
Yep.
He's a lot of fun. And then the grown-up, or the elderly now, Jeronicus is played by Forrest Whitaker. So am I surprised to learn that both of these men have been hiding their singing and dancing skills?
Yes, you are.
I was a little surprised, yeah. It was kind of a fun twist that wasn't really even a twist, but it's just another layer of enjoying this movie, and why not? So Jeronicus is now an older man, all alone in his toy shop, which is now a pawn shop.
That's right.
He really, I think when he lost his confidence, he lost his magic, and he was never really able to regain any of that early success. Certainly with all of his plans stolen, he had nothing, and his wife died, and his daughter left, and they've been estranged. So his daughter, Jessica, who is played by Anika Noni Rose, who is in a lot of great things and a lot of stage things, but I will always know as, of course, the voice of Tiana, Disney Princess and the Frog, Tiana. So Jeronicus is down in the dumps. He's got no one. He's got nothing. Mr. Delacroix,
The banker?
the banker, is on his case. Although I feel like these past 30 years, they've been pretty tolerant.
The banker has been pretty lenient.
They've extended quite a string of credit towards him. But this is the last. Hugh Bonneville plays Delacroix with a great mustache. And it's like, your last Christmas, this is it. We'll still give you one more chance because we're just really friendly bankers, but this is it. But what's going to change? He's got nothing.
He has a granddaughter.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even know, I don't think, because he and his daughter Jessica have been estranged.
Yeah.
But his granddaughter is the journey in A Christmas Journey. So she will make the journey to his place. Shows up unannounced, apparently. He's a grumpy old guy, doesn't really want to take her in. But Journey has some of that family magic.
She does.
So she gets all of this, it's magic math, really. These equations they write in the sky.
The second derivative of impossible, or no, the square root of impossible. Anyway, it's a lot of math, but even if you don't understand it, that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. So she is played by the fabulous Madalen Mills. Welcome to the world, Madalen Mills. We're very excited to have you because you are crazy talented. What a voice on her.
Yep. I mean, the music is really a strong part of this film, as it kind of has to be, because it is such a big part of it.
Sure. And Mr. John Legend, John Legend, is in on it. So you will not be surprised to learn that it is wonderful.
It's pretty good, yeah.
And I'll just do a shout out to Justin Cornwell, who plays the young Geronicus. So it's a very small part, but that opening number really draws you in, and he's fabulous in it, so I think he deserves...
It does, that sets the tone.
Yes,
it
exactly.
really does say, this is the kind of movie you're gonna get. And you do.
Buckle up, it's gonna be great. And it was great, I just loved it. I loved the like sort of reconnecting family aspect, because that's a really nice theme, especially at Christmas. But yeah, his granddaughter is going to come back and get into the family business. And maybe, just maybe, I don't know, Sean, it's a magical Christmas movie. Will it happen? Will they get
their happy ending? I don't want to spoil anything,
no,
so I'll just say
good thinking.
Absolutely.
Yes, Gustafsson will get his comeuppance. Although Sean discovered you just have to stay a little bit through the credits to make sure.
Yeah, you do.
Sean was pretty dedicated to that, though. He really was like,
let's be sure.
Let's make sure he got some punishment, guys. Yeah. So there are some really cool, there's great production value. There are fantastic costumes. Everyone is super talented. Once in a while we get little bits of animation. Don Juan, for example, comes alive thanks to animation. And that's not the only part. There's a couple of like montages where we want to go quickly, so they turn into like marionettes almost. They look like marionettes, but they don't have strings.
Right.
They're like wooden, jointy.
Yep.
It's really good.
It's a good comparison.
Anyways, so I just thought, wow, there's a lot of components to this movie that all come together, and it really feels like an over-the-top production that you can only get away with at Christmas. And goodness, it was a lot of fun.
Yes. I do think this is gonna be a Christmas movie that people can come back to.
Yes. Well, that's right. It's already timeless. It's already set in a time that never existed.
Yep.
But yeah, it's really, really well made. Obviously, David E. Talbert is a big talent, and he's going to be very busy after this. Although, we already heard how busy he's been for a number of years now. But yeah, Forrest Whitaker, what a champ.
Ah, he's great.
What a champ.
Yep.
He's really funny in this.
Yes, he is.
His character is like the least over the top of them because he's kind of sad and stuff. So he's quiet, but he's like a
weird
curmudgeon.
One. Yeah. Curmudgeon too, yeah.
A lovable curmudgeon.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So there's there's the postal worker who's got a crush on him.
She's great.
She's great. She's got backup dancers that follow her around, which I wish I did. I mean, who doesn't, really? It's just it's just a funny movie. It's just got a lot of weird, unexpected ways to go with this.
Yeah, it does.
It's a good watch. And it's Christmassy, but not crazy Christmassy, so you don't have to feel bad about watching it a little early.
No, that's right. It could exist in any season.
Sure,
it just
like
happens,
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, but it happens to be around Christmas that this is happening.
Yes.
And it fits.
It does. It's a nice little fit. So I really enjoyed this. I will leave the link to the trailer at the end of this, but I can't imagine what kind of black heart would not enjoy this movie, right?
Right. That's absolutely true. It's just fun.
It is a lot of fun. And it's new, it's out on Netflix, it's still like mid-November right now, so you could watch it now and then again on Christmas.
Yep.
You could do that, guys. We'll let you. Yeah. Let it in. Let the joy in your heart. 2020's been a difficult year. You've earned this. We've all earned this.
Yes.
It's a good time to have a movie like this, I think.
Yes, it is. And here it is.
So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Story, available on Netflix for your holiday viewing pleasure.
Christmas journey.
A Christmas journey, that's right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
While you're at it, why not check out the wonderful Christmas song This Day by Usher, featuring Kiana Lede from the Netflix movie Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey.